Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to a great episode of Get Since 92. Give you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by me, the Queen's back at it again. So let's get into the nitty gritty. So, the talented artist Bree Runway, she caught my attention. My last video, go check it out. It's called Ape Shit, and I just listened to her EP that she had released a while back, and Bree Runway is really talented. I mean, really such a dope artist, very refreshing. She gives me a lot of like that nostalgia sound in terms of like the vibes and like even the different elements of like R&B, hip hop, pop, alternative, and rock. And I feel like an artist like Bree Runway, we should be on the lookout for because she is such a refreshing and new and such a very innovator in music. So there are like 5 tracks. They are 2 on X2C, All Night, Big Racks featuring Brooke Candy, and Relevant. All these tracks are really great. They're dope. They're amazing. The flow of this project is very cohesive. I love hearing the different instrumentations and the different sounds where it's like Bree Runway, she makes her art as her own and her music as her own, where it's like she's able to be very versatile and really bring a lot of that like more of like a thrill and more of like a pretty much like a sound that's just very, it's like it's not trendy. She sets trends, and it's pretty much like this EP really showcases her range, her growth. She's very musically inclined with like who she is as an artist and what she does with her music. I feel like with her sound is more, it's kind of like that chameleon-like music where you can't put her in a box. And like I said, all these tracks are really dope. There are a lot of like great moments in these records. They give a lot of like that nostalgia, like the early 2000s of like R&B and hip hop and pop, because I grew up from the era of the early 2000s where the kinds of sounds and the kinds of music where artists were able to like elevate and create their own sound without sounding alike, which Bree Runway, she does a great job making sure that she does stand out, amongst her peers, and she does stand out where it's like when she's rapping and singing, she basically is like pretty much like her own, like it's kind of like she is original. She does remind me of Missy Elliott in so many ways because it's kind of like she's kind of like a protege to Missy Elliott, because I'm a huge Missy Elliott fan, but I love seeing other artists like she has influence, and I can hear her influence from like her rapping and singing. But Bree Runway does a great job, making sure that she is who she is as her own artist, and I really see her really doing big things in the future with music. She's pretty much independent, so she's like from the UK. She's been like doing her thing for a while, and I do expect for her to release new material. I feel like listening to her sounds, like especially in her music, her sounds are more so such a like a combination of like that, it's kind of like that early 2000s like R&B, hip hop, and that futuristic kind of music. Kind of remind me how like Missy Elliott and Timbaland, their music was like kind of like in that category, that lane, because both of them, they pretty much are like the iconic producers and singers and songwriters where they started their own blueprint of a sound that really represented themselves as artists, but also made sure that their sound was more original, organic, free-spirited, creativity, and so much like a lot of that really feel-good kind of music where it's like, compared to today's music of R&B and hip-hop and trap, there's so many like recycled beats and productions. But when you listen to like Bree Runway's EP, she takes you to another world. She takes you to a different place of like different sounds, and making sure that she carves her own lane as an artist. And she does a really great job of making sure that she has a balance of like dipping and dabbing to different sounds, but it's very refreshing, it's very authentic, and she creates her own lane in music where it's like she basically she holds her own. But with that being said, she is such a dope artist, a talented artist. I support this beautiful sister. Keep doing what you're doing. This EP is really phenomenal. I love it. I give it a 5 out of 5. So yeah guys, here are my honest opinions, thoughts, and reviews of this project from this talented artist Bree Runway, called Bree Runway. And that's all I have to say. So, Bree Runway fans, please let me know down below your thoughts and your opinions. Please, guys, you guys know the drill by now. Do not be afraid to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Please do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Please do not be afraid to hit that notification button. And as always, stay tuned on the next episode. Gets us 32. Dragon Ball Z reference. Peace. Bye bye. Here goes exiting out. This Super Saiyan is out.